This is the Giants Postcast, your instant game reaction for the San Francisco Giants, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
All right, this thing on this time. Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Locked On Giants Postcast. I'm your host, Eric Triple E Engel. You may know me as the former producer for the Murph and Mac Morning Show on KMBR, or maybe from some of these other Locked On podcasts we do. But tonight, the Giants picked up their biggest win of the season to date, taking down the Dodgers with a walk-off grand slam off the pat of Patrick Bailey in the bottom of the 10th inning out there at Oracle Park. Are you blanking kidding me? I mean, just so many vibes from tonight's game. Justin Verlander had his most defining moment on the mound as a San Francisco Giant. And Willy is cementing himself as the leader the team really hoped he would be. And just as a whole, this Giants team played great defense and just amazing baseball all the way around. Grant McCray, Willy Adames, Matt Chapman, Dom Smith, all guys, everybody on this team played a big part in this win tonight, and defensively especially. And I cannot believe what I saw. And most importantly, the Mets also lose today. So the Giants move a half game out of a playoff spot with this massive win. We'll break it all down. But first, I want to thank all of you for watching us on the Locked On Giants YouTube channel. Please, if you aren't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button right now. Thanks also for listening on the Locked On Giants podcast feed. However you're tuning in, we appreciate it. And make sure to check out the Locked On Giants Daily Show for more in-depth coverage. My guy, Alan Stiles, does a great job. And also, just want to thank everybody for hanging with me through some of these technical issues, man. I have had it would take me 30 minutes to explain to you the amount of technical issues I've had this week, both at this job and my day job that I do. I'm sitting here with a half a working monitor right now. It's not a good situation. So, and by the way, the mic was not muted, just so you guys know. It was a soundboard technical issue. I promise you, I'm a little bit smarter than that. Not saying I'm the smartest guy in the world, but a little bit smarter. Nonetheless, the Giants tonight, just a massive win. And Pat Bailey, I mean, what can you say about this guy? He has been so money for the Giants lately, and the biggest home run of his life. I mean, and it was not a cheapie, man. I mean, Pat Bailey hit that thing on a frozen rope, 106.5 miles an hour off the bat. He absolutely crushed that baseball, and he knew it was gone the second it left his bat, flipped it, and just strolled all down to first base. And I mean, the way this team just plays off of each other and feeds off of each other's energy and positive vibes is unreal. I mean, it's night and day different from what you saw earlier in this season. And there were just so many big moments in today's game. And especially all coming in the bottom, last two innings of this one. But the Giants ultimately, they scored 5 runs in this one. And I know that they all, 4 of them came off one swing of the bat in the 10th inning. But when you score 5 runs, that's a good chance to win a baseball game the way the Giants have been playing lately. And this offense looks like it's going to continue to rake. I mean, I'm not saying the Giants raked today. They only had 3 hits, but you did translate that into 5 runs. They're maximizing their opportunities at the plate instead of missing out on them. And that's a big turning point for this team. And speaking of turning points, we got to talk about the turning point from today's game.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
And the turning point, really, the turning point in this one came in the top of the 10th inning. I know Patrick Bailey hit his grand slam in the bottom of the 10th inning, but you can't talk about what happened in the bottom of the 10th before you kind of go back a little bit and kind of tell the tale of what happened. And let's start actually in the bottom of the 9th inning, because the Giants lost all their momentum in the bottom of the 9th inning. It looked like they were going to win right then and there. They had a runner at third base and only one out. Luis Matos runs decently well, and you had a shallow fly ball to center, and you have Matt Williams send Luis Matos from third base. And this is not the first time that we have seen Matt Williams make a terrible send this year, and it probably won't be the last, unfortunately. But it's not very surprising to me that Matt Williams had a moment like this on one of the biggest stages of this season so far to date, a rivalry game on a Friday night with 2 teams that are battling for playoff positioning. Obviously, the Dodgers trying to hold on to the NL West lead, and the Giants trying to scrounge into their way into a wild card spot. And they're a half game out now with the win tonight, by the way. And it just a huge moment, right, for Matt Williams to make this mistake. A shallow fly ball to center. Andy Pages has a decent arm. You should not have sent Luis Matos in that situation at all. It was not super close at the plate. It was a bad send all the way around. It's something that needs to be addressed. I mean, I'm not saying fire the guy, but maybe the philosophy needs to be a little bit less aggressive in some of those situations, especially going into the postseason when you're going to need all those runs. Like, you can't be giving away outs at the plate. That it just can't happen in that type of situation. So you go to the 10th inning, and the Giants have lost all momentum now, right? Like, the Dodgers have the momentum. You get that ghost runner at second to start off the inning, and it just feels like you're coming in from behind the 8 ball on this one. And then Grant McCray makes the play of his life, which is really the turning point of today's game. Grant McCray hosing out the runner tagging from second base on after catching a fly ball from Mookie Betts for a double play for the first 2 outs of the inning. And man, that just changed the complete complexion of this one. Then you get Freddie Freeman to ground out to end the inning, and you move into the bottom of the 10th, and Matt Chapman up first delivers a nice little ground ball to the right side and immediately puts the Giants in the right position you want to be. Even though it was a grand slam that ended up walking this one off, like, the Giants put themselves in the best possible position to win this game because they had a productive out in that first at bat of the 9th inning, and of the bottom of the 10th, excuse me. And we have seen a lot this year, the Giants failing to use their outs productively. We've seen them come up short in these really clutch runners in scoring position moments. And in this particular moment, the Giants did exactly what they were supposed to do, man. Matt Chapman, ground ball to the right side, moves Christian Koss over to third. They end up walking Jung-Hoo Lee, who just, by the way, that was nails, man. Like, the way he worked that count, you saw 7 pitches in that at bat and drew the walk from Scott, who's been really good this year, man. Tanner Scott has been really, really good for the Dodgers. Then he intentionally walks Casey Schmidt to get to Patrick Bailey. And how good must it feel if you're Patrick Bailey and you just watch the 2 batters in front of you walk, because they want to get to you, because they view you as the weak link in the lineup. And in this guy, all he does, the only time that he seems to hit home runs is when the game's on the line, man. That's the only time Pat Bailey can hit a home run. He has 6 all of a sudden this year. He had like 1 through the first half of the season. It took months for Pat Bailey to hit his first home run this year. I mean, this guy has completely turned his fortune at the plate around lately. I mean, it's been rougher. He was really hot at the beginning of September and cooled off a little bit. But I mean, he's pulled his batting average all the way up to 220. He was hovering around 180 for quite a decent chunk of the season. And in 220, it's a little more respectable, right? Like, if Pat Bailey can continue to pull that up a little bit, maybe we stop having these conversations in the offseason about maybe bringing someone into to compete with him. We've talked about Adley Rutschman maybe coming in to compete with Bailey, but moments like this make it hard to move on from a guy when he's got that clutch gene in him, and when he plays the defense that he does. It's Bailey's a great addition to not addition, but he builds up the starting pitching staff a lot more as well, just from being in charge of how the game goes, like calling games. He's really, really good delivering, helping guys stay on their cadence and helping them with pitch clock issues and stuff like that. Like, you always see Pat Bailey on top of it and helping his defense adjust. Like, he is the perfect quarterback for your defense out there in the field, which is what your catcher is supposed to be. It's supposed to be another head coach out there on the field. So Pat Bailey does all that stuff very well, but the offense has been lacking. And in this game, prior to that, he was 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. And so, I mean, he saves his day offensively with 1 swing of the bat. But to be fair, it's not like many other Giants were doing much better than him at the plate tonight. Only 2 other guys had hits in this one, Devers and Adames. And Adames had a huge double early in this one to get the Giants on the board first and score Devers. And that's how they got on the board early in this one. And the Dodgers ended up striking back with a Michael Conforto home run, man. And let me tell you guys, I cannot stand Michael Conforto. The amount that this guy just absolutely let the Giants down constantly, and the number of times that they have played the Giants this year, or played the Dodgers this year, and Michael Conforto has gone off. I mean, it's just been insane. I mean, I could not stop texting I was texting a couple of my friends during this exact moment, and I'll just let you guys know some of the thoughts that I had about Michael Conforto. I hope he loses his car keys every single day for the rest of his life. Hope he stubs his toe every time he gets up to pee at 2 in the morning. I hope that every time he goes out to his car, all 4 tires are flat. Hope every time he goes out to eat, they get his order wrong. I hope every time he goes out fishing, he doesn't catch anything. I hope every time that he goes out on a boat and is wearing a hat, it somehow flies off in the water and he doesn't get it back. I hope that every single steak he eats for the rest of his life is served extra well done. I cannot stand Michael Conforto, man. I just, he makes my skin crawl. He can go stay down there with the Dodgers for the rest of his career. Cannot stand the guy. Another big moment for him, ties the game with a solo home run in the seventh. And man, that just made my blood boil seeing Michael Conforto of all people do that. Like if it's Mookie Betts or Freddie Freeman or Shohei, I can live with that. Teoscar Hernandez, like those guys are great players. I don't like them because they're on the Dodgers, but they're great players. But Michael Conforto, man, just rip my heart out, just and throw it on the floor and stomp on it. Like I had such high hopes for that guy as a Giant. He let me down time and time again, only to go down to the Dodgers and just drive the knife right into the back. So Michael Conforto, I hope all your steaks are forever extra well done, and you eat hockey puck steaks for the rest of your life. But the Giants, they still manage a way to pull this one out. I mean, this team clearly believes in themselves. They keep winning games. They stick around and do all the right things, and they never say die. This team is absolutely rolling and half game out of the playoff race. We got to talk about that next on the other side of the Locked On Giants postcast. Today's show is sponsored by Nutrafol. You've probably seen a million ads for hair growth products and thought, sure, like that actually works. There's so many products out there, it's hard to know which ones are actually going to do anything. That's why you should give Nutrafol a closer look. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement brand, trusted by over 1.5 million people. And it's not just hype. This is a supplement clinically tested at the target that targets the root causes of thinning and shedding with a proactive approach. And listen, I'm a man in my early 30s, and just like many other men in their early 30s, it's starting to get a little thin on top, man. I don't wear this hat every day on this show for no reason at all. I got to give the good people at Nutrafol a shout out. They're a new sponsor for us, and I got to go and get familiarize myself with some of their products. They might have a brand new customer, so I'm going to do my job to check them out, and you guys should do just the same thing. See thicker, stronger hair with less shedding in just 3 to 6 months with Nutrafol. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering Locked On MLB listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and enter the promo code Locked On MLB. That's Nutrafol.com, promo code Locked On MLB. And today's show is also sponsored by FanDuel. The NFL season is here, and FanDuel is making sure you're ready for kickoff with a can't-miss offer. Right now, new customers can bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get $300 in bonus bets to use across the app. And I love that FanDuel is just so convenient, man. Like I could just be, like just out at lunch or something and just rolling around town, and I can get a bright idea, I like to call them, which in my language means a nice 3-leg parlay that I can get going at any time that I want to. Anywhere that I am in the world, I can just bring up my FanDuel and get my lineups going right away, get my parlays in order, get my spreads, my money lines, whatever you want, my player props. It's all right there on FanDuel. So if you're ready to play, download the FanDuel app right now by visiting FanDuel.com to get started. It's FanDuel.com to place your first $5 bet. Welcome back to the Locked On Giants postcast. I'm your host, Eric Triple E Engel, and this was a big win for the Giants. I mean, that's an understatement, man. The Giants, I am shocked. I'm struggling to find words with the way that the Giants won this game. I mean, Pat Bailey, of all people, to hit that walk-off grand slam in the situation that he did it, massive, absolutely massive. Just, I mean, as a famous NBA broadcaster would say, onions, if you know what I mean. And this is just unreal stuff. The way this team has just roared back from the dead lately. We did a show about maybe a month ago in the middle of that horrific losing streak that the Giants had in August, where I declared at the Giants funeral show, and I said that this team was dead in the water, and there's no possible way that they're going to have enough ability to dig themselves out of that hole going forward. And man, the Giants are doing their best to eat my words, to make me eat my words, because it's they're climbing on the Mets every day. They're gaining games, even when they aren't playing. Yesterday they had an off day, gained a half game on the Mets because they lost yet again. And the Giants, while they have all the best vibes in the world right now, like everything that we were just talking about in that first segment where this team just looks connected and together, and just the energy, the vibes, like Willy Adames coming out and throwing the water cooler on everybody virtually every single game that they have a post-game interview, and saving some to throw at the crowd and stuff like that. Like the Jobu doll, if you guys haven't heard, they have a voodoo doll that has its own locker in the clubhouse now. And since they've got the doll, they have an insane record. I don't have it right in front of me right now, but I mean, the Jobu voodoo doll, like those are the vibes that the San Francisco Giants have right now. Like it is top tier. Like Joey Chestnut was out at Oracle Park today trying to eat 99 chicken nuggets in 9 innings, which, by the way, I can do that easily. Like that's not that, like the 99 hot dogs in like, you know, like the 15 minutes or whatever. That's insane. I could never do that. But 99 chicken nuggets in 9 innings, I think I got that, man. So, but nonetheless, like that's the kind of vibes that you're getting. He did that out at Oracle Park today. Like that's what's going on with the Giants right now. And you look over at the New York Mets, and it's the exact opposite. It is thunderstorms. It is dark clouds. It is despair. It is pain. It is ultra dark rain clouds just hovering over City Field out there in New York. And they're not leaving, man. They're not leaving anytime. Well, unless the Mets leave, then the rain clouds follow the Mets wherever they go around the country, it seems like, because they can't win a game right now, man. This Mets team is absolutely backsliding. I mean, they are giving big 2007 Mets vibes where this negative momentum, the same way the Giants' positive momentum kind of feels like it can't be stopped right now, the Mets' negative momentum feels maybe even stronger, just in the opposite direction. It is so bad with the New York Mets right now. In the chat, it's just depresso espresso with the Metropolitans. That's a great way to phrase it, man. I mean, this Mets team is having no luck getting anything going their way, and that's what the Giants got to keep rooting for, right? And now that the Mets have lost enough, this is, I mean, you're a half game back, but it's basically you know, it's a even race for the most part. Half game's still, you know, a half a game, but I mean, the Giants are going to have every opportunity to go and beat the Mets down the stretch this year, and they are also going to have to fend off the Reds and the Cardinals and Diamondbacks as well. But they have a couple games up on the Diamondbacks and the Cardinals, but it's going to be tough to fend off the Reds because they have been playing pretty good baseball as well lately, and they did lose today to the Athletics. The Reds did, so the Giants gained a little bit of ground over them, but ultimately, it's going to be, I think, the Mets that stand in the way of the Giants. It's going to be the Mets or the Giants that make this playoff. And if you're asking me to pick right now, I don't think I'm picking the Mets, man. Like I don't know how you pick the team that's lost like 7 games in a row now to make the playoffs over a team that's got vibes coming out the wazoo, man. Just particles all around this team. And man, I actually I feel like I went to the yard the night that this all started earlier this month when the winning streak really took off and the run eruption really started. But this is an incredible, crazy moment in the Giants season right now. The way that they are winning games over very competitive opponents as well. I mean, like this win streak, this stretch, not win streak, but the stretch where they've been playing very, very, very well. They've been playing a lot of really tough teams and they've been beating them. And they're showing that they're up for the playoff caliber baseball. Like this was a playoff game. That's what I watched right now. This was a playoff baseball game. It was just 2 weeks early, right? Like this was Giants Dodgers in September with everything on the line for the Giants. And obviously, you know that it matters to the Dodgers too. You don't ever want to lose to your rival. You don't ever want to lose to a division opponent. You don't ever want to be losing games in September trying to head into the playoffs and hold down your NL West lead. Like this is a huge game, and for the Giants to rise to the occasion like they did, it is incredible to watch the vibes of this team right now. Vibes on 1,000 million trillion for the San Francisco Giants. And man, we have not talked enough about Justin Verlander because you know what? I know Pat Bailey hit that home run, that grand slam to walk it off. And I feel like we got to give him some acknowledgement as well. But I might go in a different direction with today's player.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
And I think we should do like a co-player of the game. Obviously, Patrick Bailey for the obvious reasons, the walk-off grand slam, but Justin Blanken Verlander, man, 7 innings, only gave up 1 run, 4 hits. He walked 4, so he was dancing around a lot of traffic on those bases, but he did it masterfully, and he struck out 4 as well. He did give up that 1 home run to Michael Conforto, who I absolutely despise, but Justin Verlander, after that horrific start to the year, his ERA is at 3.94. He's a sub-4 ERA right now. This guy's completely turned it around. And if you look at the Baseball Savant page for Justin Verlander, it's not very pretty, man. Like it does not look very good. But he's done a lot of good work with the off-speed pitches, and he's limited hard contact. And those two things combined have been enough to get him over the hump, man. Like he has done masterful work with the Giants this second half of the season after just an awful first half. But just I want to take you back through his last couple starts. He in this start, like I said, only the 1 earned run. His last start against St. Louis, 6 innings, no earned runs. His prior start to that against Baltimore, 5 innings, no earned runs. Again, his prior start to that was against Chicago, 6 innings, 2 earned runs. Justin Verlander has now made 4 consecutive absolutely nails starts for the San Francisco Giants and is really showing up as a big time guy for the Giants down the stretch. And man, it's sort of reminiscent to Blake Snell last year, right? Just not as extreme. But I cannot believe what I'm seeing from Verlander. I did not think he was going to have this resurgence in the second half. He has absolutely got the yips gone, or the whatever was following him around. He's solved that problem here in the second half of the season, and he looks great right now. And man, I just all the props in the world to that guy. I ripped him endlessly earlier this year and was calling for the Giants to skip his starts. I wasn't saying they should jettison him from the team, but I was advocating for, like, guys even like Mason Black to get a start instead of Justin Verlander. So I hope that I'm very glad that the Giants were able to help him turn it around and really get right. I mean, Verlander has looked phenomenal these last couple of weeks, last almost month at this point. He's looked pretty good through a lot of that. Even 2 starts before that Chicago start, and it was another 7 innings, no earned run start. I mean, he's been very, very, very good. The whole month of August, excuse me, he had a 3.62 ERA. So, I mean, he is going in the right direction, and the Giants need that right now, because you need to figure out who you can trust in the starting rotation going down the stretch and ride those horses, man. Absolutely ride those horses, because it's going to be Logan Webb, Robbie Ray, and Justin Verlander. Hopefully Landon Roop can come back and get healthy and pitch in also to this Giants starting rotation. But right now, man, it just the Giants are just living on vibes. 5-1 win over the Los Angeles Dodgers. It's always a good day when you beat LA. And that's exactly what the Giants did today. And they'll be right back at it tomorrow, man. Big game for the Giants and Dodgers tomorrow. Giants have an opportunity to sneak into the wild card, to take possession of that wild card spot tomorrow if the Mets also lose. So make sure that we're all tuned in for the game, that everyone's tuning into the show afterwards. It will be absolutely vibes tomorrow at Oracle Park. It's all the time that we got for you guys today here on the Locked On Giants Postcast. I'm your host, Eric Triple E Engel. We'll see you next time. Peace.